Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lindsay and this is me budgeting for everyday life while planning and saving for tomorrow. Today I have a project to do with you all. I got a new A7 binder right here. I've decided to actually cash stuff my spending categories for the month and week instead of just throwing all of the week's cash into my wallet and using it higgledy-piggledy throughout the week. It's chaotic and I don't know, I'm just trying to see if something else will work for me. So, oh, sorry for the crinkling paper. I'm gonna set that aside. So I got this new binder. It arrived today, and I've already kind of planned out the envelopes that I'm going to put together, and I've cut out the labels for them. So let's see, how many envelopes are there here? I chose a simple black one because if I'm going to put it in my purse, I don't want anything too bright and flashy. I kind of like the classic look for things that I have out and about. So anyway, that's the binder. How many envelopes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8. I can work with that because I think I have 7 labels. Let's see. These are the labels that I've cut out just with my Cricut. I've had a Cricut for a number of years, and I've used it for various things. This is just kind of the latest project that I've been using it for. And I have yet to buy any vinyl for it for this particular venture. This is all vinyl that I've had. So anyway, my categories are household, groceries, spending, Greta's the kitty, Costco, garden, because garden season's coming up and there will be a fair amount of garden spending, and miscellaneous. And so I think these should all fit. Miscellaneous is my longest one. So yeah, that should fit. All right, so these are just the categories that I've decided to start with for this experiment, I guess. We'll see how it works out for me to carry cash for all these categories. I think household and Costco and Greta, those will probably be stuffed for the month. And then what I'm thinking is that groceries and spending and miscellaneous will be stuffed weekly. And then garden, I haven't figured out what I want to do with that yet because it's not quite garden season yet, but it's coming and I wanted to be prepared for it. So anyway, while I set these up, I wanted to have a little chat about why I decided to start doing this now, and why I decided to share it on YouTube. There's a couple of reasons. One major one was that a little over a year ago, my family experienced a drop in income. It was a voluntary drop in income. I reduced my hours significantly, and that was due to a few reasons. One, my son, he was about a year from starting kindergarten, and I wanted to spend the time with him. I know that sounds kind of selfish, especially when we have financial goals. Oh, there's a cat hair on this. There we go. Especially when we have financial goals. But my husband and I had talked about it, and we decided it for this season of our lives, it would work. And so I reduced my hours significantly to be with my son, but also I was having my mental health was not great. We were just coming off kind of the main bulk of the pandemic. It was actually kind of right before Omicron really started escalating. And it's just been, hard being at home. I know it was hard for everyone, stressful. It was particularly hard having a young child. My little guy was not yet 3 years old when everything locked down. And so, oops, that was my light. So it was just, my mental health was struggling. I've always kind of struggled with certain mental health issues, and it was pretty bad at that point. And so we just decided it was best for everyone for me to just reduce my workload, spend the time with my kiddo, you know, take care of my family in kind of, you know, in an old-fashioned kind of way, and focus on healing myself, both physically and emotionally. But why I started doing this is, you know, it was a year ago that this all happened, is I noticed that we were dipping into our savings more and more. Not like a ton, like we weren't like draining our savings, but it was like, okay, we're a little short this month. We're gonna need to dip into savings in order to pay off this credit card bill this month. You know, we've been fortunate that we've been able to stay out of true credit card debt. We've never carried a balance, but we've had to dip into savings a couple of months to pay off the balance. And I just started to notice that it was starting to get away from me, or away from us, really. It is a joint venture. So, you know, I just kind of looked around at different things I could try that was, you know, different from what I had been doing, especially previous, because our goals were different. We were debt free. We became debt free in April of 2021. It was before I reduced my income. That was part of the reason why we decided it was an okay thing to do, is we were debt free. So my approach needed to be maybe a little different than, you know, just driving and trying to pay off the debt. It was now saving for goals and really keeping an eye on our spending now that we didn't have that big glaring goal ahead of us of pay down the debt. So, because we just kind of lost focus. So I was roaming around YouTube and I found these videos of people cash stuffing, and I thought they were amazing. And I finally, you know, watching these, I finally started grasping the concept of sinking funds. I mean, I understood the premise of sinking funds, but I never really understood the mechanics of how it actually worked. And it didn't really dawn on me that I could be doing some of these sinking funds in cash. So, and of course I fell in love with all like the beautiful things that people had, you know, very, you know, things like that. So I decided I would start budgeting more diligently and cash saving to see if we could get back on track in this way. And so far it's working. We have yet to dip into savings. It's been a while. I think we had to dip into savings for like a planned expense. Like sorry about that. My light turned off. I think the power source got interrupted. Anyway, where was I? Anyway, yeah, we dipped into savings for something more planned. Like I think we were staying in a hotel somewhere, and we knew it was happening, and we'd saved for that specifically. But anyway, in terms of the day-to-day or the month-to-month, just, oh, we're a little short this month, dipping into savings, that hasn't been happening since I started doing this. And I started doing this in November. I just didn't start YouTubing it until, I didn't start making videos until it was just a few weeks ago. But the main reason why I wanted to do videos is two reasons, really. I wanted to be accountable. And two, since I've reduced my hours and my kid's at school a long time now, you know, he's in kindergarten, so he's in school most of the day. The only other person I have to talk to is my husband, who is wonderful, but it's, you know, he's working more during the day than I am. He works from home 3 days a week, and he's out of the house at the office 2 days a week. And to be honest, I needed someone to talk to, and this is something that's interesting to me, so I thought I would share it on by making videos. So that's kind of the main thing about why this all started. You know, I'm not quite ready to go back to work full time. My shortened hours are working, where my family is I feel like we're all healthier for it. I'm cooking for us. I love to cook, so that's not a burden on me. I love to cook, and I like to cook things from scratch. I love to make whole things. And so we're eating better. I'm going back to the gym, and my mental health is so much more stable than it was. Oh no, I lost one of my little gold. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's on my finger. Anyway, my mental health is a lot more stable. Going to the gym helps with that. Eating better helps with that. And just not being pulled into about 40 different directions all the time has helped with that too. Don't get me wrong. I love my job. I love the work that I do. It just can get overwhelming sometimes. I work for a nonprofit, so that can be hard. But anyway, I feel like I'm there more for my son, who is, as we're going through his first year of kindergarten, we're realizing more and more that he may have a low level of different needs. He's high functioning, it's nothing too serious, but it's one of those that if we can get him the help and spend the time with him, he'll be better for it, and our family will be stronger for it. So, it's this season of my life, I am devoting more of my time to being a mom, and that may seem kind of old-fashioned, but it is what it is. We're happy, and I'm almost done making these, and I lost another little gold dot. I'll see if I can find it. Anyway, it's not the end of the world if I can't find it. Anyway, I only have 2 more to go. Maybe I'll use the last one for a coin pouch. Maybe. Anyway, these gold vinyl ones don't stick to the transfer tape very well because they're textured. But we're almost done here. So anyway, that is the story of why I started doing this in this time in my life. Yeah, we are debt free, but it's kind of like being on a diet to lose weight. Once you reach that goal weight, you may let off the gas a bit, but you need to maintain it. I've done that, and I've lost a fair amount of weight, kept it off for about 5 years, and then I've gained it all back because I lost momentum, and I kind of lost focus, and that's my fault. It's nobody else's fault. But it's the same with budgeting and staying out of debt, because I know how easy it is to get back into those situations. Yeah, we probably won't go back into student loan debt anytime soon, but credit card debt is so easy to fall into. If we were dipping into savings to pay off our credit card balance every month, it would have been so easy to just say, oh, let's just leave the balance on there for now. Let's not take it out of savings. It'll be fine. It's really hard to see your savings dwindle. And not that it was dwindling, but it was, it wasn't as strong as we wanted it to be. So anyway, thank you for listening to me kind of ramble on and on and on. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. It is kind of fun to set these up. So I think I'm going to put, let's see, groceries. I'm going to open it up. It's a little stiff since it's new. Groceries, household, let's see. How about spending, Greta, cat food and litter, Costco, let's do garden, and miscellaneous. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this blank one in here, and maybe I will use that for coins or receipts or something. I haven't decided yet whether or not I will put credit cards in here and carry this as my only wallet, or just use this as my cash wallet. Part of me is hesitant to put everything in here, because once you lose it, then you've lost everything. So anyway, I will be stuffing this. I think I'm going to start just with groceries for the rest of February, maybe put the rest of household in there. One thing that I am also going to be doing differently is I'm reevaluating our spending categories, and I've been redoing our budget for March, or I've been working on our budget for March, and it's going to look a little different than February's and January's looked. So these budget categories reflect what you'll see on the March budget, and I'll be releasing that maybe in a week or so. Anyway, I will be stuffing this. I'll be doing another video here very soon, maybe tomorrow, of me doing my February week 2 check-in and stuffing for week 3, and that would be mainly groceries. Maybe I'll put household in there, but you'll see why I'm not going to stuff the rest when I check in for February week 2. Anyway, thank you for helping me set up this binder. I'm excited to see if it works for me. So far, I found that cash budgeting has helped me kind of rein in the spending a bit, which is always a good thing. Let me know what you think of my categories, if you think anything's missing, or if you have any ideas on, whether or not this should be a coin pouch, or maybe I should order more of these and have a coin pouch and a receipt pouch or something. Let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. I also wanted to share with you this thing. I got this I ordered this at the same time. I had this tiny little calculator. I don't know if you saw it in one of my previous videos. It was just really hard to see, so I bought myself this bad boy. And I love how big its display is. It's a really simple, kind of boring looking one, but I really like how big it is. So you can really see the numbers. And it'll be so much faster to type out the numbers and calculate things. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me and spending this time. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. That would be great. I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Take care.